Though even if it wasn't, it's so realistic. A lot of the undoubtedly happened to a lot of people as part of the war. It's not even a story you can pretend didn't or couldn't happen. Just made my so watch this for the first time last weekend. The dude was completely stone-faced the entire time and then just looked over at me at the end with the most anguish in his eyes. OMG. But he loved the film. Won't ever watch it again. But he loved it. Watched it as a kid with my parents. Obviously. They didn't know it would be that brutal. My brother and I cried through the whole thing and we still talk about it as the saddest, most terrifying movie Amused United States vs. Shirt we've ever seen. My 12-year-old son watched this with me and he would talk through it. Kinda thought he was losing interest. I've been waiting for this prompt for a while and never realized it. Then he just got quiet for the last 30 minutes. After the movie and maybe a couple of minutes later I asked him if he was okay. He said he had been crying. CX were abusive and we're all just broken. But I know I have my twin and I'd do fucking anything for them. I Amused United States vs. Shirt love Coco. I can't watch Coco. That movie makes my wife and I ugly cry before we even get to the end because it emotionally takes us back to the day we lost our first son. And I'm not even entirely sure why. The movie isn't about someone losing a child, but the whole thing is just beautifully put together, and I think maybe the struggle to not be forgotten just hits home when we're thinking of an infant nobody but the two of us and a doctor ever even saw alive. But upon this particular watch, I had an epiphany. Amused United States vs. Shirt. Tank top, V-neck, sweatshirt and hoodie, sweatshirt, tank top, V-neck. Spoilers. Was not expecting in 5 minutes to Amused United States vs. Shirt. 2 kids fall in love, get married, build a home together, realizing they can't have kids due to infertility. And then the death of one leaving the other depressed and alone. Just so much so quickly, completely out of the blue, as I thought I signed up to watch a crotchety old man hang out with a kid and talking dog. Dude. Yeah. The scene at the end where she gets back home and just breaks down and cries absolutely ruins me. Everyone talks about Bing Bong. But no one talks about hits me every time. Makes me think of my beagle. Who made my childhood great. Plus the song playing is perfect. Gets you Amused United States vs. Shirt right in the feels. Currently, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've watched it 16 times now and Uncle Aaron dying still makes me tear up. In the movie, Fry, very depressed, goes through the crack of time and discovers Yevo. Lines like, "You're the Amused United States America vs. Shirt best of us." Miles, from Uncle Aaron and everyone giving him support, and the "I love you"s throughout the movie. Gives me so many emotions. The animation makes me emotional too because it's truly amazing. Childhood, Lilo and Stitch. The first movie. Always makes me cry. I'm an older sister with 3 younger sisters and family means everything to me. Nani doing everything she can to be an acceptable guardian for Lilo. The fact that they lost their parents. And the risk of her losing Lilo always gets me. I'm surprised that this is so low. It never fails to make me cry. Uncle Aaron dying gets me, then the part where Miles' dad is on the outside of the door and I cry. Even harder. I have been on the other side of the door with my dad, where I had a hard time showing my dad what's wrong and he just let me know that he loves me. Other products.